And we're back. 4 Downs Coach D radio show. Live here from the beautiful Hilton Garden Inn here in the big town of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, right off I-95, south of the big state of Virginia. But we're here in Roanoke Rapids, here live at the Hilton. And I have my next guest on, part of that trio from the Halifax Academy Vikings, Mr. Eli Harris. And also Mr. Harrison Hardee has agreed to stay on and talk with Eli. How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing great.
You're locked in, 4 Down Coach D radio show. So you're the young man out of the bunch.
That's right.
And the guys, you know, they've had a chance to really kind of talk themselves up. So I'm gonna give you a chance to introduce yourself to the world. And I want to state it on the air that I made a incorrect statement about you being number 2 in the Daily Herald top player list. You said you were what number?
Number 3.
Number 3. So when you open up the paper and you actually saw that, what were you thinking?
I didn't know what to think. It was just a big picture of me, and it was extraordinary, I guess. I don't know.
And so what did your parents think?
They didn't know. People would just give them newspapers, and then they were like, wow, it's pretty cool.
So do you have it up in your room?
I do not know, sir.
You got to put that up in your room. That's a keepsake right there. That is a keepsake. So just wanna get into this. You're kind of the main guy right now. You're the young guy of the bunch, but you're the guy that puts up all the yards and you kind of put up all the stats. So what has that been like this year?
Well, I guess it's helped the team out, but I couldn't. I mean, it's hard to get these yards. We've had good lines, so it really helps out to have a good line. So.
And also, too, what is it like playing with Mr. Harrison and Mr. Cameron? You know, they're right here with you, so you could just kind of tell them how you feel right now.
Yeah, well, I've been playing with them for a long time, and it's we've got a good chemistry, and it's real fun to play with them because I can trust them and know that if I don't get a tackle, that they'll be right there to get it. So.
And Harrison, what do you think about that? What he just stated?
I think it's all true. We have played with each other so long. We're really good friends, and we all have each other's back, so we know we can all trust each other.
And that's what it's about, because, you have a lot of teams, they think me. It's always an I, But you guys seem like you guys are close-knit, and you want each other to succeed because, when everyone succeeds individually, the team will succeed as a whole. So, and that's a great thing. And back to Mr. Eli, I'm going to get straight into your stats, because I looked them up, and I have some thoughts on it. You have 58 carries for 552 yards in 3 games. 3 games. What are your thoughts on that? That's kind of remarkable.
Well, I didn't really know that. I think that's pretty good, but I don't know.
I mean, you're being modest, and I see you're looking. You kind of glance down at my notes, and I saw kind of like your eyes got a little big right there. But I'll tell you this: by far, if rating the guys in the area, you have a clear lead on every single running back in the area in rushing. And we had some good ones. We had some on last week and a couple of weeks prior to that. So just know that young man from Halifax Academy is leading the Roanoke Valley in rushing. So it kind of makes you feel good.
It does, yes, sir.
Yeah, I see the smile coming on. And it's okay. It's okay to be excited about it. That's what it's about. It's about having fun. Yeah. And you have 2 receptions for 23 yards. I usually don't probably not use too much in the passing game, are you?
No, sir, no.
And on defense, as Mr. Cameron said, he's trying to catch up with you in tackles.
Yes.
You lead the team with 32 tackles.
Yeah.
And what position do you play as well on defense?
I played a little bit of everything. I played some linebacker, cornerback, safety. So.
And Harrison, just back to you. You playing, like you said, you're playing corner and whatnot. So what is it like, when you see these 2 guys coming in for a tackle? Are you there to clean it up behind them, or you just kind of just like, hey, they have it? You don't.
I mean, most of the time there's nothing left, but I'm still coming in to help, and maybe they'll leave me something to tackle.
Yeah. So you basically trying to tell them leave you something, right? Leave you something.
Yeah, because it gets lonely out there sometimes.
It gets lonely. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I want to get into something that I know that, I want to get your honest opinion. It's a team over there in Alaska, Northeast Academy.
Yes.
What what are your thoughts? I know you guys, the game got canceled, and I know you're going to play those guys later on in the season. So, both of you guys, just starting with you, Eli, what are your thoughts on that team and that game?
Well, I know that last year we played them in a championship game, and they beat us. They beat us by 1 point, so we got some business to handle with them. So I think they're going to be a good team. They didn't lose that many people. They lost their best player, their running back and linebacker last year, but they'll be tough, and I'll be looking forward to playing them. So I'm ready to play them.
I think it's a big rivalry, and we definitely have some stuff to take care of with them from last season. So we're definitely ready, and I think we're getting overlooked, but I think we're going to come in, and it's going to be a good game, and fans will get their money worth.
And you heard it here. So watch out for that game, Halifax Academy versus Northeast Academy. We got to make it there. We're going to have to make it there. I'm going to have to make it my personal business to make it there. And once again, you're locked in 4 Downs Coach D live here at the beautiful Hilton Garden Inn here in the big town of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. And also, too, Northeast has another player that was on that top 5 list, Mr. J.T. Simmons. Are you guys familiar with him?
Yeah, I've played since Pee Wee football. I've been playing against him, so I know J.T. Simmons, yes, sir.
And so you played Pee Wee. So who did you play for?
Halifax Academy.
I played for Halifax. You was what?
I played at infield.
That's right. You played for the infield Warriors. And for the people that don't know, he actually got a chance to play with Amir Pittman, as you stated, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's actually, some dynamic kids that are in the area today, still playing high school football. And let's get into. I want to dive into some of my top players. Some of my top players. I can kind of go back to some of the kids that I've talked to, and I'm going to get into you guys. Like I stated, there were some. That's a top area team that's going to have the Daily Herald. Mr. Justin Hayes is going to be on the show later. He has a team, and I'm going to have a team. And all three of you guys are looking like you're going to be up there, as well as Mr. Wood. Yeah, I'll throw this out here. Right now, in my rankings, my number one quarterback, do you know who the number one quarterback is?
I do not know.
It's the guy you sit
Really?
beside.
Cameron?
Yes. Mr. Cameron is the number one quarterback. But also too, when you go to that second team offensively, it's a couple of other guys up there too. Mr. Eli Harris, Mr. Harrison Hart. If you guys are able to keep up the numbers, it could easily change. And I know that's something, and people think, it's just all areas. And this is something to be proud of, because later on down the years, when you guys have children, you have a family, and they're growing up, and you guys get back together for your 10-year class reunion, and that's what, 2028? That sounds like a long time for around, but it'll be here fast around the corner. But just to know, when you guys get back together, this is something that you can tell your kids. But like I said, it's some great, phenomenal players, and I believe that for you guys to be hopefully a part of this team, it's going to be great. So what are your thoughts on that, Eli?
On like our team being what now?
No, just you being on the all area team.
I think that'd be great.
Well, I haven't put it out there yet. So,
yeah, well,
yeah.
if I don't know what to say.
I think it's an honor, and I'm really happy I'm up there, and I was surprised when you told me.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. As far as Mr. Cameron, I'm gonna and for the people that's listening in, ESPN 102.7 FM and online, BigSportsRadio.com. I'm gonna put out my power rankings for my teams. You guys were number 2 in my power rankings. That will change. Well, we're not going to say that's going to change. I'm going to have some adjustments made, and I'm going to have that online next week. So you guys make sure you listen in and you check it out. I'm just going to be on social media, Instagram, 4 Downs Coach D, on Facebook as well, the new 4 Downs Coach D radio show Facebook page. I'm going to have the power rankings, and I'm also going to redo my top quarterback list. And I'm going to do it's going to be I'm going to have another power rankings or top list too. It's my specialty guys. The top specialty players in it, not the quarterback. We're going running back, wide receivers, and running back and wide receivers. So maybe you guys can crack that list. I know you're probably hearing a lot of this for the first time. If you guys follow me on social media, I try to talk you guys up a lot. Not only you, but everybody in the area. But like I said, I want to make sure you guys know that just face to face, face to face that we're proud of you at Big Sports Radio. And I know Halifax Academy is proud of you guys, and they look forward to seeing you guys bring home a state title. So I want to ask you about that. You lost by 1 point in the state title game. What exactly happened?
Well, we were winning, and our running back Donovan Gary last year, he was having an off game. He fumbled the ball a few times, and they recovered it and ran down and scored a touchdown.
It wasn't his hand. His hand was hurting, and he wasn't really comfortable. But we were trying to hurry up and get the first down. If we got the first down, that would have been game. And the ball slipped out, and they got it, and we were in shock, and they scored on us. And missed some 2-point conversions that really hurt us.
Yeah.
And you guys played Northeast Academy, am I right?
Yes, sir.
And so this is why this rivalry is so big, and you talked about it off the air. This being just a big rivalry game for the area, and the thing is, and we talked about it since the summertime. We want state champions in the Roanoke Valley. I don't care if it's Roanoke Rapids High, Northwest Vikings, the Halifax Academy Vikings. We want somebody for a state title. And I'm telling you what, if you guys play for a state title, we're gonna make it our business to be there. We're gonna make it I'm gonna make it my business to be there. Because that's a great thing, and I'm gonna be there cheering you guys on. This is where I can kind of take the hat off and be a supporter, because all of you guys in the area need that support. And so if I can give a each one of you guys can give a prediction as we further on in the season. Do you think you guys can run the table?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
undefeated?
Sir. If we keep our heads right and we keep working hard, I think we're set to go. Not to be cocky or anything, but I just think we have something different than any other team has.
So once again, want to thank the Halifax Academy trio for coming in and talking to me. Thank Mr. Eli Harris for joining me, the big time number 3 top football player in the Roanoke Valley area. And we'll be back, 4 Downs Coach D Radio Show.